Let's get started. It's 8:03 now. Welcome everyone. You should be able to hear me clearly, yeah? If you have any questions, throughout the talk, you can let me know anytime. All right, so let's get started with our talk today. Yes, right. So I'd like to thank Juliana for organizing this. Basically, this is a talk more for to share with you more about tracking, to share with you more about what nutrition do you need, what kind of food do you need before, during, and after the trail, right? So trekking can be something that's quite strenuous. So this talk is really to set the tone and to understand what shall we do, right? Apa yang kita boleh buat sebelum bila kita trekking, kemudian selepas trekking. So saya boleh cakap sikit-sikit ya bahasa Melayu dengan bahasa Inggeris, boleh? Okay, so you can hear me. If it's okay, just let me know and then let's go. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. What are the food that can help with sports performance? Cause trekking ni memang sports kan, memang nak jalan beberapa jam. So it's important that you have the good nutrients, the right nutrients, so that it can improve your energy and endurance. All right, so this
Let's
is
do 12
what,
together.
and for
Let's go.
myself also,
One,
I'm also a certified personal trainer,
two,
and I learned my yoga
three,
from Juliana. Actually, she is my
four,
yoga teacher, so that's how I
five,
started learning yoga
six,
many years ago. All right, so and
seven,
sports more and
eight,
more is getting more and more important. A
nine,
lot of people understand the importance of sport,
10,
right? Dr. Naman?
11,
Getting more and more important. So what are the benefits of trekking actually? Right? So just go and walk in the mountains, to go and walk in the woods. What are some of the benefits? Number one is really increased metabolism. So when you walk, your heart rate increase. It helps the blood circulation. It helps our heart to work harder and make us fitter. Right? And then we go uneven terrain because hiking kan bukan tempat yang latar kan, naik ke turun macam tu. So go up and down can work the muscle in the legs and the core juga, right, at the core. So with that, with better muscle mass, it can help to increase our metabolism also. So a lot of people say that as we age, our metabolism go down so that we put on weight. But if you walk enough, if you do enough hiking and trekking, you can preserve the muscle mass and you can improve your metabolism. And of course, this one is a very interesting one. It says survive longer. So it lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and heart failure by over 30%. And of course, it reduces cancer risk as well. We know that as long as we exercise, we move our body more, it can reduce all these risks. So that's really the health benefit. And also bones. Right, hiking is a weight-bearing exercise. It helps to improve our bone density, especially for ladies, bagi wanita, right? Memang penting kita nak preserve tulang-tulang kita kan. So we want to improve our bone density, reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Okay, number four is become more balanced. So balancing is another one because hiking and trekking, you go up, you go down, you walk the different terrace. Sometimes you've got steps, etc. It helps to improve stability and coordination. You got to be careful when you walk, right? And you can balance better. And usually, when do people injure themselves? Is really when going down. Right? Usually walking up, right, naik atas is okay, but bila turun kan, kalau tak balance, okay, mungkin boleh jatuh. So got to be very careful when you come down, when you walk down, to avoid any injury. So when you walk, you stabilize your ankle, you grow stronger, and you balance better. So these are all the benefits, and it's got mental advantage as well. Less stress. If you walk, because you are with nature, you feel good, less stressful as well. Okay, and of course, there's fresh air. Fresh air can help with memory and our brain function. That is also good. And of course, persistence and perseverance. Because sometimes we need to hike for a few hours. And a lot of tracks, right? Once you start, you cannot go back, isn't it? Right? Tak boleh pusing balik kan, patah balik. Tak mau lah, tak mau, jalan-jalan, kemudian cakap, okay, okay, enough, saya nak balik. Tak boleh kan? So you got to be patient and perseverance, finish off the whole track. Okay, even it could be long distance. And the good thing of trekking in a group, of course, is you can help each other, isn't it? You help each other so that you can also build the relationship and make the journey more enjoyable. Because make new friends, get together and exercise together. Okay. Then the next one, yes, make new friends as well, because your friends will be sharing the same interest. You're all interested in learning about the nature. You could look at the flowers, the plants, even small animals that we see along the way, and we will achieve a sense of purpose and belonging. It improves our emotional health. So emotional health is getting more and more important lately, because generally our life is pretty stressful. Okay, and then adults with more friends is also shown to have lower blood pressure and live longer. Okay, trekking will make you happier as well. It's as good as having a antidepressant medication. So if you have friends who display some of the depression symptom, for example, right, feel very tired all the time, no interest in a lot of things, no appetite, don't feel like talking to anyone, you can invite your friends to trekking together with you. It can reduce depression symptom as good as using a antidepressant medication. Of course, we want to avoid medication as much as we can, right? So we can go to the nature. Especially trekking, we have the benefit of physical activity because we are walking, and mental health as well, because we are interacting with the natures, we are interacting with our friends. Trekking is something that you can do and talk with your friends, do it at the same time. Unlike running or cycling, you just pretty much doing on your own, right? So what are the food that athletes needs, right? What are the most important thing that athletes need? Number one, of course, we know is water. Our body is made of water. 60 to 70% is water. So when we exercise, definitely there'll be fluid losses. We sweat, right? And we need to replenish with enough water. It can help to reduce constipation, and it can help to control our calorie intake as well. So the next time, right, when you feel that, hey, I think I'm hungry, you can just drink a big cup of water first. It could just be thirsty actually. So if you after drinking you don't feel that hungry anymore, you actually don't need to eat, right? Assuming it's not your meal time, right? Okay, so this is hydration, and then carbohydrate is also important. So some friend ask me, carbo put on weight, right? I don't eat carbo, but carbo is important. It's the easiest energy source for sports. It's the main fuel to work our muscles. Okay, so carbohydrate is important, and it helps your body to, especially for the high intensity exercise. Okay, so evidence suggests that, right, having carbo is better than a low carb diet if you want to perform better, especially higher intensity. Like for example, you do HIIT, rigorous exercise, you do need the carbohydrates. Okay, so but what kind of carbohydrates, right? You try to go for complex carbo. Maybe this chart is easier. So we try to eat more of this, the fruits, the legumes, the beans, the nuts, the vegetables. These are all the better carbohydrate source. Then the secondary one will be the unprocessed whole grain, like the brown rice, the millet, the quinoa, and also raw oats. Okay, lightly processed one are your instant oats, maybe pasta, whole grain pasta, noodles, and more is getting more and more processed. So we try to avoid the food over here, the white bread lah, white rice lah, and then biscuits and all that, because they are made of simple sugar. Meaning when we eat them, our blood sugar will spike very quickly. So we want to go for the unprocessed one towards here, so that it doesn't spike our blood sugar. We know that when our blood sugar spike up, the body will be storing fats. We will be able to burn fats, right? So go for whole grains as much as you can. And the third one will be protein. Protein is essential because we need to consume protein in order to support muscle development. Actually, not just for muscle, it's building parts of all our body. Every strand of our hair is made of protein, right? Everything in our body is made of protein. So it's tissues, organs, muscles, antibody, hormones. All these are made of protein, right? So if you are 18 to 49 years old, you need at least minimum 0.8 gram per kg of your body weight. So assuming myself, Jeannie, I'm 50 kg, alright? And 50 kg, if I am below 50 years old, I need to take 0.8 times 50, which is 40 grams of protein I need every day. Then you will ask me, how about 50 years old or after 50? Do you think we need more or we need less protein? Right? We actually need more. We need at least 1.2 gram per kg of body weight for those above 50 years old. Okay, so I'm still the same Jeannie, I'm still 50 kg, but times 1.2, I need 60 gram of protein. Tadi 40 kan? Sekarang dah 60. So dari 40 hingga 60, that's a 50% increase. You have to increase by 50%. So do you see any people who are older, but they take more chicken? They take a bigger piece of fish? They take more mutton or beef? Usually, as people age, especially for ladies, they tend to take less protein. That is why we are losing muscles and build up fats. That is usually the problem, right? And then competitive athletes, kalau bersenaman sungguh kuat, exercise a lot, you need 1.2 to 2 gram of protein per kg of your body weight. And this is usually what is lacking in a lot of people. So if it's only one thing that you want to take away from today's talk, is make sure that you have enough protein. Take your weight times at least 0.8 or 1.2 grams. And then you divide it 3 times a day. Try to eat enough. So for example, a person 60 kg or 70 kg, we need about 80 to 90 grams of protein every day. Okay, so what are the sources of protein? You can look at this. 30 grams of protein looks like this. About 100 grams of chicken breast cooked, about 100 grams of tuna, 150 grams of salmon. If it's egg, then we need 4 large eggs. Greek yogurt, a big tub of Greek yogurt, or kidney beans, sardines, oats, etc., etc. Right? So try to focus on fish if you can, egg, and beans. So when protein is concerned, no legs is better than 2 legs. 2 legs better than 4 legs. So what are the no legs one? Fish got no legs. Salmon and sardine is good. Egg has got no legs, right? So egg, oats, kidney beans, these are all good sources. How about the 2 legs one? Chicken and duck. They are the second best. And the not so good one will be the mutton and beef, of course, because they are high in cholesterol and high in saturated fat. Okay, so 30 gram is what you need about every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, this is what we can do. So that is why I use a soy protein mix. This is made of soy, wheat, and pea, and I usually just drink it 2 times a day. Right, so this is the extra protein, especially if you train regularly. Like if you jog every day, for example, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, or even more, right, you need to increase your intake of protein even more, right, in order to maintain the muscles and even to build stronger muscle mass. Okay, and then don't ignore the fats as well. So fats is another one. A lot of people will say, tak nak makan kan kerana oily, it's very oily, and then it'll put on weight with fats. But fat is an energy store. It cushions our vital organs, and it can help to absorb fat soluble vitamins. What are the fat soluble vitamins? Adik, A, D, E, K. Right? The adik vitamins is important. If without fat, the body cannot absorb. So good fats will be from fish, especially from fish, salmon, cod, mackerel, right? Soybean oil, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds. Okay, so for vegetarian especially, chia seeds, flax seeds are all good. These are all good sources of fats. Right, and another very important fats is omega-3. Omega-3 generally is from fish oil because as we exercise, right, the body tends to go into inflammation, swelling, pain, redness, and some people say that after they exercise, right, the next day or the next 2 days, they cannot walk very well. They have a lot of pain, and discomfort. So this is when omega-3 can help to bring down the inflammation because it's anti-inflammation. Okay, so fatty fish, try to increase the intake of fatty fish. Alright, so now let's talk about the plan. You're going for trekking, so now we're going to talk about what you eat before the treks, during, and after. Alright, as the last part of our talk. So pre-exercise food can give you the energy, especially if you need to exercise for more than 2 hours. If you need to walk for more than 2 hours, try not to go empty stomach. Try to eat something. But when should you eat? You should eat 1 to 4 hours before the exercise. And of course, you need to drink enough water as well to fully hydrate your body. Alright, so let's look at that. If you have 3 to 4 hours, you can afford to eat a meal. For example, if you are training in the evening or you go trekking in the afternoon, you can still have a good meal. For example, toast, egg, and avocado. See what is in there. Toast will give you carbohydrate. Hopefully, you use whole grain. Egg will have some protein and fats. Avocado, good fats. Right? So this is a good combination with all the CPF. CPF are important nutrients, carbo, protein, and fats. Okay, so potato, salmon, and asparagus, right? You can afford to have a big meal if you eat 3 to 4 hours before your exercise. What if you only have 1 to 2 hours? Like you wake up in the morning, in 2 hours time you're going to start trekking already or starting your exercise, then you can take something lighter. Apple and peanut butter, granola and yogurt, right? Pita, these are all the possible options. And you can see in all these options, there are carbohydrate. So you don't have to avoid carbohydrate before your exercise. In fact, carbohydrate will help to fuel your exercise. You can do better. Okay? But if you only have 1 hour, like, you're already going to start trekking soon, you can just take your granola bar, smoothie, banana, or dry fruit. Something simple and the body can quickly absorb. And it doesn't burden your stomach. It doesn't like if you take, for example, salmon right before you exercise, the body will be busy breaking down the fish, doing the digestions rather than pushing you in terms of your walk, right? So drink something simple, eat something simple and easy to absorb right before the walk. How about during the walk? Do you need anything during the walk? So this is what I'll usually do. Every morning I'll do my vegetable blend, and this is what I recommend for many clients and they love it. Right? With all the colorful vegetables, I put in my all-plant protein. So that gives me 24 grams of protein, less than 150 calories, very low calories. And because of the fiber in the vegetables, it can keep us full for easily 4 to 5 hours. I won't really feel hungry. Right? This is what you can explore. If you've got a good blender, you can just blend the vegetables, put in the plant-based protein powder. This plant-based protein powder has got um, no sugar, no preservatives, color, flavor. It's made of soy, wheat, and pea. So it's a vegan shake that we can do. Okay? So how about during your trek? If you're exercising for 2 to 4 hours, you might just want to bring some food with you and you need to bring enough water as well. So if it's 2 to 4 hours, you need 1 to 2 liters of water. So make sure that you bring enough, right? And of course, there are other factors affecting the water requirement. For example, intensity of the trek. Some trek could be pretty short. Like last week I was hiking up Bukit Timah. It's actually very short. You can do it in 45 minutes, but it is pretty steep, right? There's a lot of steps. I choose the stairs, the trek with a lot of stairs, so it can be pretty intense. And when intensity is high, we sweat a lot. We need more water. The weather conditions. So if the weather is good that day, it doesn't have very hot, scorching hot sun, we sweat less, we don't need so much water. If the weather is hot, we need more water to replenish. And of course, your body size and sweat rate. Some people are very prone to sweating. They tend to sweat a lot, right? Then you want to replenish back the water. Okay, so make sure that you bring enough water to the track. So it should be easy. As you walk, you get lighter and lighter. It should be easier and easier to walk. So it's okay to bring a bit more. All right. And I would bring my XS energy drink as well. This is a sugar-free drink and it's rich in B vitamin. We know B vitamin is a water-soluble vitamin. As we sweat, right, we will lose the B vitamin. So this one replenish. B vitamin increase energy, increase metabolism so that we can track better. Okay, and then these are some of the snacks if you like. You can do apple, banana, some oatmeal biscuits, or even hard-boiled egg. If you don't have enough time to eat and you know that you're going to trek for a longer time, you can bring hard-boiled egg as well. This is what they call the trekkers mix. You go for a trek, you can mix the dry fruit, give you instant sugar, carbohydrate, give you the nuts as well. It's got the protein and good fats, right? Good energy source. And a lot of time we make our own granola bar. This is something that you can make on your own, no bake granola bar, and you can bring to the trekking as well. Of course, some easy fruit, for example, berries. Blueberry are pretty easy. You can just put it in a bag, right? Ziploc bag, and then you can just eat along the way. Generally, if the trekking is less than 2 hours, generally you don't really need food. Because if you eat before, it should last you throughout the trek. But if it's more than that, you might just want to bring some snacks with you. Okay? And after workout. So after workout also is important. Of course, of course. After workout, the body need to repair, okay, from the activity that we did. For example, if I trek up, Bukit Timah, come down, when we are straining our body, when we are stretching up, keep walking, stretching up, the body actually breaks down the muscles, right? Create mini injury to the muscles. And it's important that we eat enough protein to replenish. Okay, so replenishing is important. When we eat, number one, we replenish the glycogen stores. The glycogen are stores in our muscles. So when we make use of it, when we exercise, we deplete the glycogen. And when we eat, we replenish it back. Okay, looks good. And it provides the muscles with fuel. It helps to prevent muscle breakdown as well. Alright. And secondly, increase the protein synthesis. We need to increase protein intake. Okay, so make sure they have sufficient, especially the day that you exercise. You want to use your body weight times 1.5 gram so that it can repair your muscle damage caused by the workout or by the walk. Can? Okay, and of course the third one is rehydrate. Make sure that you also drink enough water. Replenish the fluid loss. Okay, so these are the 3R after workout. After trekking, this is usually what I drink. I usually drink my vegetable blend, just my protein smoothie. You can also take yogurt and granola. Again, you see that there's protein, there's good fats and carbo. All the three elements are there. Egg. Egg by itself is a multivitamin. It's got almost all the vitamins and minerals that we need except for vitamin C. Right? Because it's from animal-based item, generally no vitamin C. Vitamin C only comes from plants. Yeah? So egg will give us good protein and good fats. Toast, of course, give us the carbohydrate. So the CPF is there, carbo, protein, and fats is all there. Right, so these are some of the options to me because preparing the food can be cumbersome and for the body to digest and absorb takes time also, usually at least 2 to 3 hours for the body to break down and absorb. But I want to catch within 1 hour after workout. It's the best time to build muscle and for the muscle repair. So I either use my vegetable blend, my protein shake, or this fella called muscle multiplier. It generally helps to go into our muscles and help our muscles to grow stronger. That's the only purpose of muscle multiplier. Okay. Of course, we also have a customized range of supplements that I recommend for my clients. For those who love outdoor activity, love to run, to trek, I usually ask them to take a protein, a joint health because our joint is so important, especially for those who are a bit on the overweight side. The joint health will very important to protect the joint so that we can continue walking. You won't get so, you won't get the fatigue and we can walk longer. Calcium as well. Right? So these are some of the supplementations. If you think that you're not eating healthy enough, you'd like to know more on what supplements can you do to make you healthier, do let me know. Right? I can share with you a video. Let me share with you a quick video here just to talk about the muscle multiplier. muscle wastage can let us feel that when we grip, we cannot grip very well, and we hold heavy bag, we feel very tired, cannot carry heavy things. We might have flabby arms.
Try out the all-new XS Wildberry flavored drink premix. Packed with 9 complete essential amino acids with the added benefits of L-glutamine and L-arginine. Designed to fuel your body, build your lean muscles, and promote muscle recovery. Another innovative product by XS, targeted for weight management, fitness and performance, and active aging. XS Wildberry Flavor Drink Premix, a muscle multiplier for everyone.
Right, so this is our muscle multiplier, all right, that anybody can take, mainly to maintain the muscle mass, and for those who wants to build muscle mass and strength. This is something very useful. Just 1 to 2 strips a day will do. All right, so the body is a machine. Sometimes, when we talk to guys, right, they can tell us, the car, like a machine, that's their favorite machine, right? The car is so important to use what kind of fuel, 95 ke, 98 ke, what kind of the engine oil, how to actually lubricate it, for example, and all that, so that the car can be of top performance. How about our body? Our body is even a more complicated machine. So we want to make sure that we also study our body, make sure that we know enough to give our body the right amount of fluid. Make sure that you drink enough water, at least 1 liter per 1 hour of walk or trekking. Enough carbohydrate. Try to go for complex carbo. The less processed one, like the fruits, the vegetables, the legumes, the nuts, are all good. Good protein. Plant-based is better than animal-based if you can. Also good fats, which is omega-3, right? Fish oil, omega-3 is important. And then what we can do before, during, and after the trekking. Okay, so at this point, any questions? That's all that I have actually. Do you have any specific questions? You can put it in a chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask. All right, while you're thinking of questions, let me share with you, if you want to understand more about your own body composition, like what is my muscle percentage, do I have more over fat or under fat, what is my weight like, you can book a consultation with me. This is a free consultation, and I will go through your fitness evaluation. I can go through your blood test report as well if you have one and you are not sure how to analyze them. All right, also a questionnaire about your health and wellness, so that in this 1 hour or so, you understand more about your health and fitness, right? And pointing to the different directions, how can you improve your health? Okay, so you can just scan the QR and reach out to me if you're interested in this assessment. Okay, on the 19th of October, we are going to walk the rail corridor as well. Of course, this is nothing like your trekking trip. This is just flat land, and every month we actually go for different places. We go and trek the different places of Singapore. So if you're interested, you can also scan the QR to join the Telegram group. There are about 100 of us, just interested in generally walking in Singapore only. All right. Like last month we were at Bukit Timah. The month before we went to Pulau Ubin. Right. So just explore the different places of Singapore together. Okay. So you can join the Telegram as well and look out for our next event. Okay. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll be having the 10 weeks online seminar as well. It's every Wednesday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. Right. So in 10 sessions, in 10 weeks, you learn how to read the blood report, how to understand the carbo, protein, and fats, how to take care of your family members. For example, anyone with blood sugar, cholesterol, overweight, and all this. Why is fitness important? Why do we need to exercise? How to do the right exercise, etc., etc. So this course add up 15 hours, and it's only $100 per person. And this $100 is fully redeemable for products like the XS Muscle Multiplier that you saw just now. All right. So if you're interested to learn more, to be the health coach for yourself, for your family, and for your loved ones, do let me know. I can sign you up for the course and we can all learn together. You will receive a certificate at the end of the sessions. These are all online seminar, 10 sessions online. As long as you attend 8 of them, right? Pass a simple assessment and you'll be getting a certificate as a health coach. Okay, so if you're interested to explore this area, this is a good way to learn. All right, that's all that I have. I'm going to stop the slide. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions? So are you all looking forward to the trek, to the trip together? Anyone? Huda, yes? Right? So if there's the last words that I need to share with you, remember to hydrate yourself, especially right before the trekking. Right? Eat something because every body is different. Even though it could be early in the morning, try not to go empty stomach. Because I do have, friends who exercise with me or go walking with me empty stomach, and then they feel giddy and they are not able to complete the trek well. They will feel very weak and uncomfortable. All right? So make sure that you eat something light. You hydrate yourself, and throughout the walk, throughout the trek, keep hydrating yourself. If you feel that you're a bit low in terms of energy, bring some nuts with you, some dry fruit, banana and apples also good, right? I'll also see if we could put in the muscle multiplier that you can drink during or right after your trekking to replenish the protein that you need, right? And after the trek, of course, protein food within 30 to 60 minutes so that we replenish the muscle mass and replenish so that we can train better the next time. All right? Okay. Any other questions? If not, then I hope that you could either take down this one, the walk, join me for the walk, or if you want, let me know and join me for this English class, right? This nutrition class, the 10-week nutrition class. So Juliana has my number. You can just reach out to me if you would like to know more. I can send you a preview. That's a 30 minutes preview. You can see if you want to join this. Okay? So thank you very okay. Question. Is chocolate drink okay for after trekking? Um, Depends on what kind of chocolate drink. So if you buy the usual commercial chocolate drink, right, a lot of time when you buy the drink, you want to read the label. So this is usually, it says yummy chocolate drink, right? For example, this is just advertisement. You want to flip to the back and you want to read the label, right? As long as the protein is more than the sugar, it's good. Okay, if it's just carbohydrate, it's very high in carbohydrate, meaning very high in sugar, very low in protein, then it's not recommended, right? Especially for someone who's concerned about the weight. Okay, so I hope that answers your questions. You can buy chocolate powder which is non-sweetened, and then you can just drink with water. That's okay. That's very good. Right? Okay. Any other questions? If not, then thanks for your time. I hope that this session is useful for you.